What's up, replay viewers? Let's see who tunes on in. Myrna Bergen, winner of the latency lottery. First one in the room. Good to see you, Myrna. And happy Canada Day. Good to see you, Chilladine, another fine Canadian. Smoke him if you got him, Chilladine. CB Earth Day out there in the Netherlands. Welcome. Senor Ralph Rosa, buenvenidos. Trisha, saludos todos to you too. Good to see you, Trisha. Good to see you, Michelle King. Welcome. Jack Spencer, good to see you in Activity 79 in Sweden. Good to see you. Welcome on into the show. But Myrna, you did win the Latency Award for the day. Helena Song, welcome. And Ramona, welcome. Cadence Rowley, welcome. And Robert T, good to see you. Good to see you. Jay Chulo, welcome. And Tom in Vermont, welcome. Boss F51, buenos tardes. Good to see you. Intuitive Diane, welcome on into the show. Sally Sipico, good to see you. Welcome on into the show. Sandran Longfield, welcome. Mary McHugh, good to see you. Same as it ever was, welcome. Good to see you. Ange, welcome. Everybody follow yo, Ange. Follow Ange and Joe on their coffee field adventures around New York City and beyond. Good to see you, Ange. I hope you're having a great afternoon. Good to see you, Rob Paradise, down there in Southern California. Hope you're doing well, Rob. And good to see everybody, people. Welcome to Lower Manhattan. Liz Ellie, aloha. Good to see you, Liz. And let's see if we can get the, there it is. There's our index. We're at moderate. Our air monitor is at moderate. That's a beautiful thing. Good to see you, Jose Torres. Wepa, Puerto Rico. Good to see you there, Jose Torres in Puerto Rico. We have 60 people. Let's get moving. Welcome to St. Paul's Chapel. We're in the cemetery of St. Paul's Chapel at the moment. Good to see you, Robojax, out there in London. Robojax, just for you, because you're watching in London, I'll show you something that came all the way from London, and it's right here in front of me. The Bell of Hope, right here. The Bell of Hope. Forged in adversity. And this is only ringable on September 11th. I'm sorry. This is, you don't want to do that. Oh, no. Okay, let me not lose it in front of the tourists. Good to see you there, ABX girl, Smoke in North Carolina. Good to see you, ABX girl, Tamara Britton, welcome. I like how the father casually said, let's see if you could ring it. Anyway, Shivalan Nakamuran, welcome. I almost lost it, guys. I legit, I'm coming off of the tour. I just almost lost it. That bell is only rung on September 11th. And I understand that New York City is like an amusement park as of late. A little bit of decorum, please. Good to see you, Fidelia, welcome. Yes, today is Canada Day, where you live in Toronto, Canada. Good to see you. Happy Canada Day to all my Canadians out there. It's actually in the description below. Happy Canada Day. You was holding your breath, Stephanie. Good to see you. I was holding my breath too. So good to see you there, JK. Happy Canada Day. Esteban Fernandez, welcome. Happy Canada Day to all my Canadians. I wanted to show you guys a little bit more of the Bell of Hope, but I almost lost it. One World, Esteban, good to see you. There it is. There's One World Trade Center. Right there. And oh, Madame Tussauds. I'm like, what is this ad? It's Madame Tussauds. Lynette Jackson, good to see you. Yeah, Nibble, yeah. Rob Law, good to see you, Rob. They're out today, guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun with them today, but they're out. They're definitely out today. That's why I'm not going into Memorial Plaza right now, because I know I'm already triggered and I'm not even in Memorial Plaza, so let's not even go. Lifelong New Yorker. Happy birthday to Bobby Bonilla. Good to see you, Rob Law. I literally just saw that on my Instagram feed. Look at the Times Square, that's right. They could visit the city, just be respectful of where you are. Let's walk north along Church Street here. Air quality meter right here. Air quality meter. Air quality is in moderate. It's doing pretty good. They're walking the wrong way to the... Hey. Hey, that's YouTube TV shirt on. Staying cool today, Tamara. That's a good... I know, it's so hot outside. It should be against the law to go outside when it's over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's very true. It's hot down there. Looks better than yesterday? Absolutely, Trisha. It feels better than yesterday, but I could tell you right now, it's not 100%. I'm riding the bikes over the bridge this morning, and right now, I definitely feel it. Ahmed in Turkey, merhaba. Yuri Olivios, welcome. But yeah, it's in the hundreds in South Texas. So make sure, I hope everyone's air conditioning is functioning properly. And I'm just happy that the smoke has subsided, at least here in New York. I think New Jersey is getting more of the smoke today in the tri-state area. It's hot outside, pizza. Turn on the air conditioning. Here in New York, it's pretty nice. It's in the upper 70s, lower 80s, I believe, at the moment. You'll see the temperature come up periodically in the chat. And that is a big paragraph there. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Redstone Soldier, good to see you. Welcome on into the show out there in Center Mauritius, Long Island. The Downtown Connection bus is a free shuttle bus that takes you in a loop around Lower Manhattan, created in the days, weeks, and months after September 11th. It's a free ride. So if you ever visit Lower Manhattan and want to save your feet from walking, you can always take Downtown Connection. I appreciate that, JK. Good to see you. We got a good one today. We're just going to make our way uptown. We're going to do everything I wanted to do on Thursday. We're going to do today. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mr. Rob Paradise, former third grade teacher, says, well done. Well done keeping... Oh, I appreciate that, Rob. Rob Paradise with a $5 super chat. Rob Paradise, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for in today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. And Jack Spencer with a $5 super chat. Jack Spencer, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for in today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. Much, much, much appreciated. Thanks for sponsoring today's live stream. I really do appreciate that, guys. Yes, I had to keep my calm. You don't want to ring the bell of hope, ladies and gentlemen. It's only rung on September 11th. A little something happened on September 11th, but I appreciate that, Rob. Jack Spencer with the big $5 super chat. Thanks for sponsoring today's live stream. It is much appreciated. It's July 1st, 2023. It's 1:41 in the afternoon. Good to see a Prophet. And JC Droid with a $2 super chat. JC Droid, thank you so much for the very generous $2 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $2 club. Much, much, much appreciated. JC Droid with the big $2 super chat. And also, thanks to you and all the other channel members. Thanks for all the channel members of Dutch Miles Plus. Thanks to you guys, this broadcast is able to be brought to us in stunning 1080p. I appreciate the sponsorship of the channel, guys. Much, much, much appreciated. But good to see you, Prophet and Cliff Padilla, welcome. Josian, welcome. And what else here? I'm missing comments here because we're going fast here. You want to try out the bus? It's a pretty good bus. Yes, yes indeed, Myrna, yes indeed. Sebastian Echkavera, welcome. And 5 bags of popcorn, welcome. Awesome, moving back in May. Awesome, that's a beautiful thing. All right, did I get caught up with the chat? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I could move. I caught up with the chat. So the best place to watch fireworks, I saw that question in the chat. It's along the East River this year. It's going to be between 23rd Street between 23rd Street and 42nd Street FDR Drive if you're watching from Manhattan. Myrna Bergen with a 5 Canadian super chat. Myrna Bergen, thank you so much for the very generous $5 Canadian super chat. Thanks for joining today's 5 Canadian Club. Much, much, much appreciated. And happy Canada Day to you and all of my beautiful fellow Canadians, or neighbors to the north, Canada. Happy Canada Day to all my Canadians, everyone. Much, much, much appreciated. I try to be a pro with the chat. I'm trying my damn best as I keep on going. Got a lot to see today. There is a, I hope we have access to this, a Nintendo pop-up. There is a Nintendo pop-up that we may see in a little bit. AT&T Long Lines building is right there. And I don't know the new building next to it. Are you talking about, I mean, the only really new building around is 56 Leonard Street, and that's across the street. And we'll say hello to the Bean in a little bit. Yes, we are going to the Bean right now. But I don't know, I don't think there's any, well, there's an apartment building next to the Long Lines building. That's pretty new. Don't know the name of that one. But we're gonna make our way up the High Line. We're gonna see the new wooden trestle bridge and the new extension of the High Line Park. Yeah, there's a Nintendo pop-up. I wanna see it. I wanna see the Nintendo pop-up and take a picture with Pikachu for my wife. If there is one. Or maybe there's just a Mario there, who knows? Let's see if they're working on the Bean, that's right. Let's see if they're working on it. All right, people. Good to see Neil out there in Flatbush. New York City doesn't need any more luxury apartments. Tell that to the developers. But yeah, that's like the newest building in this shot right here is that apartment building and 56 Leonard. Everything else, like this is like 1960s, that's like 1960s, 1970s. This is like 1890s, 1880s. Looks like there's one under construction, but I guess not. Well, we'll see, Stephanie, when I get closer. One World Trade Center is just behind me. And that's not next to the AT&T Long Lines building, which is right here. The One World Trade Center right behind me. That's, we just kind of started out from there before. Good to see a Viking out there in Liverpool. Shout out to all my Liverpoolians. Good to see you there, Colleen and Cyprus. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, Colleen. Hope everyone's doing well on this Saturday or Sunday. Hey, if you're watching out there in Australia. I had some guests from Australia on my tour today, and they tipped very, very generously. So thank you, Australia. Good to see you, Jeanette Trainer. Welcome. The AT&T Long Lines building, also a listening post for the National Security Agency. Right down the block is the FBI and immigration offices, right down there. Then you got some very small low-rise buildings from the 1880s that have been refurbished for retail and apartments. We have this building for the New York, what is it here? The New York State Insurance Fund building is right here. This is from 1960s. And then, yeah, the newest buildings, there's a building right next door to it, an apartment building over there. And then 56 Leonard Street is right over here. Mary McHugh, good to see you. Is New York City, is New Jersey part of New York? No, it's not. New Jersey is it's a different state. How it works is that New York is east of the Hudson River. So I am on the east side of the Hudson River. On the west side of the Hudson River is the state of New Jersey and cities like Hoboken, Weehawken, Jersey City, New Jersey, Edgewater, Newport, just to name a few. New York City is to the east of the Hudson River. New York City comprising of 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Staten Island. 8.9 million people currently reside in New York City. And fun fact, every morning, around 3.5 million people ride the New York City subway. Good to see you, Susan Ingalls. Welcome. Making our way up to the Bean. Good to see what it's like. Got to try to keep my radio voice going for the duration. New York State Police Troop is at 35 Thomas. That's like right here. All right, that was Thomas down there. Look at this. Supposedly 1,500 people can live in there for 2 weeks after a nuclear attack. Shivalon, no bike ride today because I do not have my chest mount. Not planning to do a bike ride today. This is all strictly walking. We should do about 14,000 steps today. Teoi, good to see you. And Enrico, good to see you. Welcome to New York City. Coming up is Anish Kapoor's Bean here at 56 Leonard Street. And amazingly enough, it must be the weekend, nobody is working on the Bean. I'm so happy to see that nobody's here, but we do have new scaffolding here for some reason. We got scaffolding here. Interesting. Interesting. Bienvenue. No, the smoke is not that bad right now. It's not too bad. Noticeable, but not too bad. Yeah, nobody's working on it. People taking pictures. Let's see if they still have the cone here behind it. We're inside the Bean. Oh my God. We're inside the Bean. Ah, we're inside the Bean. Ah. Anyway, good to see you, Rouge Jones. Welcome. We got a question here. Siobhan Nakadumaran asks, out of curiosity, did I come across a raccoon while I was walking the same sidewalk in the past? I haven't ran into raccoons here in Manhattan Island, but I have ran into raccoons many times over in Brooklyn and Queens. Morning train watch, good to see you. Yeah, we are 12 minutes in already. Rouge Jones, good to see you. Shout out to all the channel members, thank you so much. Myrna, my wife is taking fantastic care of me, so I'm looking really good as of late. Lily, that won't happen. Security will probably escort them out pretty quick. It's a little confusing. Anish Kapoor is untitled. Let's see how it looks like with the scaffolding here. Does it look weird with the scaffolding? Yeah, okay. It looks okay. The scaffolding's only on one section there. But 56 Leonard Street, the Jenga Tower, a lot of us New Yorkers call it, right there. Strawberry Fields, good to see you. Happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day. Why do I have the wire on the right? Well, I actually have the wire on the left-hand side of me now because I'm left-handed. There you go, Anonymous Chuck. Glad you appreciated it. It's on my left-hand side, and the cable is there because I'm left-handed. And that's where my extra Wi-Fi device is, and the big battery for the day. Approaching West Broadway. I feel like we should go through Washington Square Park also. I don't know where I want to walk. I don't know what side I want to walk. Where you guys want to walk? Washington Square Park or Hudson River Park? Oh, Hudson River Park might be really nice. Might be a nice cool breeze down by the water. All right. This is where West Broadway and Varick splinters off here, and we're going to walk along Varick. It's all good, Nibble. Right, the river, right? You guys want to do Hudson River Park? All right, we'll do the river. Nice and cool down there. Let's keep everything cool. We'll do Hudson River Park today. Make our way all the way up to the High Line via Hudson River Park. And then there's something cool to see along the High Line. I'm going to see hopefully a Nintendo pop-up. There's a Nintendo pop-up going on along the High Line Park today that I would like to hopefully check out. Take me to the river, drop me in the water. Good to see you, Travis Weeks. Welcome. Let's go along the river today. That's right. Absolutely strawberry fields. Absolutely. All right. Got 10 seconds on this light. I can still saunter along here at my pace. But I hope everyone's doing well on this Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you're watching from. It is a pretty nice day here in New York City. Smoke is in the air, but not as bad as before. Of course I've heard of Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world, right? That's a Tears for Fears song, right? Washing me down. Washing what? I don't know how that song goes, Ramona. Edwin Toledo. Boa noite, Brazil. Another great day indeed, Australia, my way. Good to see you, Australia, my way. I've evidently been, I was told this morning I have a good Australian accent. Better find the Walla Walla there, eh? I had some guests from Australia, from Sydney, this morning. Smile, folks, it's not over. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. It's an actual functioning it's an actual functioning firehouse. Here's the Ghostbusters Firehouse. Hook and ladder number 8. Right here. Yeah, I do have an Australian accent there, don't you know, eh? Right? You're rehearsing Walk of Life by Dire Straits. Nice. That's a great song. One of my favorites. Chris MG, good to see you. Welcome. I hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Let's continue on. We got lots to see today. Let's just go straight to the water from via North Moore Street here. Let's go straight down this way. We never go down this street here. Yeah, I don't know where the Avengers building is actually. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it looks like because I've never seen the Avengers. And I know I never seen the Avengers. I barely remember the 1 or 2 Spider-Man movies I've watched. I watch boring movies. Good to see you, April. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great too. Sergio, good to see you. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. And the Avengers building is actually the MetLife building. Oh, that's way uptown. Okay. And Rush Fan with a $5 super chat. Rush Fan, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. Much, much, much appreciated, Rush Fan. Thanks for sponsoring today's live stream. Edwin Toledo, you are rehearsing? Beautiful. Land Rover 1965, welcome. And John Burke, welcome on into the show. Yeah, the MetLife. Now, which MetLife building is it? The one on Madison Street, or the one on Madison Avenue, or the one on Grand Central? Which one? I don't know. Enlighten me, guys. Hudson Streets. Hudson Streets. Right here. It's all good, Chris. You could always watch on the replay. Grand Central Station. Okay, so the MetLife building at Grand Central. is the Avengers building. That's way the F uptown. Imagine attempting to sound like a know-it-all in the chat and not actually knowing anything. It's kind of amazing. Anyway, I appreciate that. You like my movie recommendations, Jeanette Trainer? A New York documentary film. New York documentary film. Yes, it's on Park Avenue, Grand Central. There's another MetLife building. That's along Madison Avenue across the street from Madison Square Park. That's like the original MetLife building, or Metropolitan Life building. Bloody hell, it's getting hot in this corner here, and I want to keep on moving. It is kind of foggy. It's kind of hazy today. Air quality definitely not 100%, but improved compared to yesterday evening. This is the land of Casey Neistat, by the way. Casey Neistat likes to ride his little electric scooter around here a lot. That's how he gets around. So we're in his neighborhood right now, Tribeca. By income, the most expensive neighborhood to live in all of New York City. The average median income evidently is like $2 million a year. Like Grand Central, Sergio? Me too. Lacking the box. Yes, they're blocking the box, yes. They always block the box because they're from Jersey. Am I doing fireworks every weekend like last year? April, I have been doing Fireworks Fridays on this YouTube channel since 2011. So yes, we never miss a Fireworks Friday here on this channel. Enrico, your mother says hello. Hello to Enrico's mother. Welcome on into the show. Good to see you. George Hahn has some great movie recommendations. Absolutely, Strawberry Fields. George Hahn, one of my like legit favorite follows on social media. Gary Ting, good to see you. So no, we're not in Chelsea. We're in Tribeca right now, but we're going to end up in Chelsea in a little bit. Making our way down to Hudson River Park, and we're just going to walk along the waterfront for a little bit. And we get to 185 likes. That'll be a beautiful thing. Let's get to 185 likes since we have almost 200 people watching. I'll see you soon, Enrico. See you soon, man. Love this little plaza here, so cool. It used to be the Travelers Insurance building right here. Something else now. Sunshine after the rain, good to see you. Smash that like button indeed. BMCC, off to my left-hand side here, the Borough of Manhattan Community College. No, you really never see people on their balconies, no, unless there's something going on, you know. It's very seldom you'll see people on their balconies. Your son David says hello. Hello to David. Welcome. Mom, David, and Enrico, welcome on into the show. Making our way towards Hudson River Park, and then we're going to do a little stroll along the waterfront here. You attended BMCC. Nice, Cliff. Nice. It's a good school. I know a few people who went to BMCC. France, good to see you. And before people ask, yes, I have stuff to drink today. So I do have stuff to drink. You see Muppet babies? Me too. You just see babies and puppets. Oh, puppies. Okay, nice. Babies and puppies. It's a beautiful thing. You know what? Let's have a drink before we get some exercise here. Do a little litmus test on the audience really quick too, because we have a table here I could use. Love me like you do, let me love you like you do. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, people? I need to act crazy. It was always a fashion spot. It was always a fashion spot. Today's go-go juice is going to be Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream. and its lovely cotton candy-like flavor. It only has 250 calories, ladies and gentlemen, but here is today's drink of the day. The furniture's not hot, actually. I'm on a wooden bench here. The table is scalding hot, though. But it gives such nice light to me. Love me like you do, let me love you like you do. Let me love you like I do. What are you waiting for? I love this flavor too, Liz. It's like cotton candy in a bottle. Do I resemble Homer Simpson? Is it my hair? Listen, if I'm resembling Homer Simpson, I'm clearly doing something right in life. Ah! Oh, I wanted to turn the camera all dramatic. There we go. Dr. Dutchy, now you're talking. Let's keep it moving here. Good Saturday, Red. Welcome. West Street is this semi-expressway boulevard. And we're going to cross it right now. 16 seconds on the clock. Let's get in the middle of the street here so we can watch the street. My screen has dimmed, so it's going to be a little hard to read comments. Happy July, everyone. It's the first day of July. More importantly, it's Canada Day. Oh, Canada. Good to see you there. CMV Productions. First time chatting, but following me on the walks here. Great job. Former resident of New York City. Currently residing in South Florida. Good to see you there. Now this isn't a fancy cross. It's like the old school crosswalks. Clearly this does nothing. I wish I knew all the lyrics to Oh Canada, but I don't. But I love my Canadians. My Canadians are some of my favorite humans. They're always so nice there, you know, just so easygoing there, you know. Just grab a Molson and it'll be fine. You're half Canadian, Stephanie. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, people. As we look down south along West Street, One World Trade Center, the tallest building, right there. Battery Park City off to this side over there. Always wondered. No, Trisha, these ones here, I can tell you that these ones here are just illusions. These are fake. These are for movie and television purposes. You're in North America, JK. Me too. Labatt's Blue. Now you're talking. Labatt's Blue with that fresh Canadian flavor. Oh my God, Cliff! I remember when this area looked like a dump. I remember those days. Yes. Yeah, nice and polite, caring Canada. Oh, you need a nice, polite, caring, rich Canadian husband. They're out there. They're out there. Molson Canadian there, eh? Grab me a beer. Grab me a beer. Ooh, we're scaring off viewers. This is good. This is good. They're gonna miss the Nintendo pop-up. Happy Saturday, Tyler. Congratulations that it's for the first day of July. And it's Canada Day. Yes, indeed. About to go to a quick clearance here. Oh, you're Canadian. Awesome. Happy Canada Day. Let me sneak by. Say, there you go. Happy Canada Day there, Scott. Celebrating Canada Day here in Manhattan, there, eh? Grab yourself a nice cold Molson or Labatt's Blue. You want to retire? Yeah. Strawberry, I want to retire too. I want to retire. I want to retire too. I'm ready to retire. Here's where I got drunk with a whole bunch of Belgium and French people. One of my favorite tours of all time. Got hammered. Got totally hammered right here. They're like, keep on drinking and telling us stories of New York City. It was beautiful. I love it when guests tip me in alcohol. Let's see the scene down here. Ooh, we got a lot of kayaking going on here, the downtown boathouse. Yeah. Canadians are very polite. Yeah, sorry for everything, but you know what? They don't have to be sorry for anything. By the way, shout out to Johnny Strides. Ah, yes. Got some people kayaking. And while we're here, can I tell you something? To all my channel members and to everyone who has super chatted during this broadcast, I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone who has helped support this channel, helped share this channel with their friends. I want to thank everyone who has supported me and encouraged me along this ridiculous journey that is YouTube. So I want to thank all of you guys for sticking with me, staying engaged, staying tuned in, being smart, respectful, beautiful viewers. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for everything. I really do appreciate it. There you go. Good to see you there. Good to see you. Let's continue on here. Very lucky, Strawberry. Very lucky to have such a supportive community like we do. I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. The chat is running a certain way for a reason. And a lot of you guys know why. You see the results of how we run the chat, I think. So. Well, you know what it is, Train Watch? A lot of people can't, you know, they watch live streams with different intentions, I think. And, you know, there's definitely a segment of people who don't like how I conduct my chat. So thus they don't subscribe or they unsubscribe because they could do things in other people's live streams that they can't do in mine. So we have a slow, steady progression. I'll take it. You know, I'll take it. You're more than welcome, Cliff. You're more than welcome. Nice day to go kayaking. I tell you what, real nice day to go kayaking. You know, the Hudson River is as clean as it was about 175 years ago. One Surnamer, welcome. I know, before we know, we will get to 1 million. I know I will get there eventually. Just gotta, but yeah, top shelf subscribers, no artificial filters. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, Strawberry Fields? Lucia, good to see you, Lucia, welcome. Ain't that the truth? But I think that there's a big chunk of the live stream audience that's right now a lot on and, you know, watching, who they watch live streams with different intentions, and, you know, they less go to other channels, especially here in New York, and they prefer to watch them, and it's perfectly fine. There's content for everybody. Train Watch, we are on the west side of Manhattan. West side of Manhattan. I appreciate that, Red. Appreciate that. But I hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Yeah, the way people watch has changed. I mean, no, there is a certain group of people who they watch to either, you know, they become the character and they kind of take away from the experience because they're kind of focusing on themselves in the chat. When the way I see this live stream, and I know Ariel feels the same way too, is like it's a shared experience. This is like a shared thing. So no one person, even myself, is the most important person. It's all of us collectively as a community that create these experiences. I gotta pull over so I could read the chat here. So let's see here. Let's catch up with the chat. Neville out there in Toronto, Canada. Good to see you. Happy Canada Day. And Anthony Mark, you love this part of town. Me too. The sculpture on the right I passed also has a piece in Williamsburg. Wow, pretty cool. The core audience is a very educated audience. I have to agree. Yeah, purchase subscribers. I don't purchase subscribers, people. I'm glad you find me entertaining there, Jay. My stupid screen has dimmed. I hate when the screen dims. It makes it so much harder to read the chat. And it's not crazy hot. Majors Minis with a $5 super chat. Jack, thank you so much with the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much appreciated, Jack. Much appreciated. Thanks for sponsoring today's live stream. Educated with what? Educated with excellent taste in music. Yes, indeed. Everyone follow Majors_Minis on Instagram. Jack is a fantastic artist from Southern Brooklyn who makes a cameo. You know what, Jack, I was watching Gravesend, and I was watching Gravesend and I saw your scene. It was so funny. Because I'm like, I know that guy. I know that guy. So that was pretty cool. Season 2 of Gravesend, by the way, is out now on Amazon Prime. And Mary Lily with a $2 super chat. Mary Lily, thank you so much for the very generous $2 super chat. Thank you so much for today's $2 club. Much appreciated, Mary. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's live stream. Much appreciated, Mary. You guys are being awfully kind with the super signal blip, ladies and gentlemen. There it goes. You might need to hit the live button on the lower portion of the screen. We did have a signal outage for a moment there. Dave Jr., welcome from Dartmouth, United Kingdom. Together we all rock. That is an understatement there, Jack. That is an understatement. Oh, look how pretty. Wow. That's pretty. Look at the colors on that. Wow. That's so pretty. He was watching The Good Wife several years ago. You saw your friend on TV? Nice. Smells good. No, it does. Smells delicious. Smells delicious. Alistair Bruce, good to see you. We're back, yes indeed. Yeah, I had a little bit of a signal blip right there. Definitely a summer-like day here in New York. A pretty good summer-like day, though. The humidity is now nice and low as I'm crossing by Canal Street. Canal Street's right here, by the way, if you're following on a map. Walking north along Hudson River Park, walking north along West Street. But really nice day. The sun definitely strong. I should have put suntan lotion on this morning. Yeah, the sky's a lot bluer than yesterday. Still a tinge of haze, but nothing too crazy, not like yesterday. But the air quality at the moment is at moderate. So I'm happy I took it easy yesterday because I gotta take care of myself for y'all. I need to entertain y'all as we make our way north. Yeah, yesterday you could smell the smoke, yeah. Moni M, good to see you. Guten Tag, Germany. But I want to thank all the channel members. I want to thank all the people who have super chatted. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed, the notification bell. Hit the thumbs up on this very video. Thank you, guys. Really do appreciate it. There's a great way for me to thank my viewers, is to show that sign. That's a good question, Rush fan. I think, you know, New York City is like, what is it, 47 square miles large. So you got to like do the math on how much space private, you know, let's just say occupied space, like businesses, residential, industrial buildings, how much space they take up, how much space the roads, sidewalks, bike lanes take up. And then you'll learn, you'll get a kind of a ballpark estimate. Not all parks are created equal, so not something that may be considered a park is, in a lot of cases here in New York City, may not be a park. So, yeah, there you go, 302. 302. It's big. It's big. Yeah. Almost 200,000. Pouring in the Berg. Really? Good to see you, Jazz Lady. Is it pouring in Williamsburg? What? I don't think it's supposed to rain today. Tomorrow is supposed to rain. Tomorrow, I may take the day off tomorrow. Spend it with the wife. And then on Monday, there might be something fun going on Monday. Oh, in Pittsburgh, Okay, thank you so much. I was all confused. Jazz Lady, stay dry down there in Pittsburgh. Thanks for tuning in. Let me entertain you for the next few hours. Good to see you, Jerry. Welcome. A lovely cooling breeze pushing me north as I approach Pier 40. But good to see everybody. It is legal for women to be topless in New York, yes. Even though I seldom see it. Cold there in the Netherlands, got to rain too. Stay dry and warm. Stay dry and warm. Yeah, I know. When I think of the Berg, Rob Lowe, I think of Williamsburg. Swankeeper, good to see you. Does the Chelsea Hotel still exist? Kind of. The Chelsea Hotel kind of still exists. It's a residential building now. And I think there's still some small hotel component left. But but recently it's been turned into like residential apartments. SPF 100 is perfectly fine. Even SPF 70 is perfectly fine. SPF 100 might be overdoing it. Yes, the H silent, yes. Gatlinburg, Tennessee, there you go. Is that still considered the Berg? Shout out to all the Bergs out there. I want to go to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge so bad, Stephanie. I want to take my beautiful wife to Pigeon Forge so bad. I really want to go to a Dollywood also. That's like a dream of mine, is to go to Dollywood. 2:21 this afternoon, July 1st, 2023, the first day of July. You're more than welcome, Swankeeper. St. Petersburg, that's another Berg, right? Dolly is everything. No, I wanna go and check out Dollywood. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. There's another Berg. There's another Berg for you. Yeah, Ring of Fire, the inspiration for the Phoenix. Plattsburgh, New York, chicken milk. There you go. Good to see you there, chicken milk. Hamburg, all the Bergs. There you go. Yeah, no, I saw that, Chris. Yeah. I like seeing all the fresh videos coming out of Dollywood. Oh, I will. Stephanie, absolutely. Absolutely, Stephanie. Me and my wife are going on a day trip in a week. And I'm not going to tell you where I'm going, but it should be pretty cool. I do have a little bit of I really hope it doesn't rain, but I have a pretty cool live stream set up for you guys when we go for our day trip. We got a couple of day trips coming up actually, so stay tuned. There you go, CB Earth Day, there you go. Went to Gatlinburg, did a moonshine tasting tour. Now you're talking. Neil, we're just going north right now. We're going towards Highline Park. There is a Nintendo pop-up along the Highline Park that we're going to check out today. And then we're going to make our way up the Highline, check out the new wooden truss structure, the northern tip of the Highline. But yeah, we're going to do a bit of a cool day trip, Ramona. I'm very excited. And you'll see probably some shorts from that, but I do have a live stream planned for that day that I think you guys might like. So it's going to be the Dutch and Duchess on our day adventure. Get ready. It's going to be fun. Hazy skies here in New York at the moment. Yeah, $50 million section added to the Highline. We were there just the day before the latest section of the Highline opened. We were there just the day before, so excited to check this wooden truss bridge. I can't wait to see this wooden truss bridge. And Swan Keeper with a $5 super chat. Swan Keeper, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much appreciated. I will get another Dr. Pepper. I will get another Dr. Pepper, Swan Keeper. Thank you so much with the very generous $5 super chat. Much appreciated. Already had lunch. Had a ham and American cheese sandwich on a roll with lettuce and mayonnaise, no tomato. That's what I'm being powered off of that, and a bottle of Dr. Pepper, strawberry and cream edition. By the way, all the money raised for the Highline comes from private fundraising. See you later, Mr. Viking. Have a great afternoon. Have a great Saturday night. Have a pint for me, eh? Have a point for me. I just want a pint. I could go for a pint right now. And is there going to be a hot dog contest? Yes, there will be. Stay tuned, and I might live stream it. But Deborah with a $10 super chat. Deborah, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $10 club. Much appreciated. And always for the Clickety Clack Fund. Thank you so much with the big $10 super chat. Much appreciated, Deborah. Much appreciated. Yes, indeed, Cliff. Yes, indeed. Joey Chestnut's probably going to win. If everything goes according to plan, we will live stream the Coney Island hot dog eating contest from a very exclusive location, the same one we got last year. So not 100% set in stone, but stay tuned and hopefully we'll get to see it. Welcome to Christopher Street, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Christopher Street. One of my favorite bits of street art by artist Cobra is right here along West Street. Yes. Love that. Never get tired of it. Tremont Ellington, welcome. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoy the content. Thanks for the kind words. Right here at Christopher Street and West Street, this is where New Yorkers spontaneously get together to cheer on all the recovery workers at the World Trade Center site. And the day is weeks and months after September 11th. Thus, turning this corner into Point Thank You is right here. Good to see you, Jim Wolf. Welcome. Ah, awesome, Starkey Charlie. We'll hopefully be back at the hot dog eating contest again. Stay tuned. And hopefully the women's contest too. Yeah, Meaty Sudo will, I think, will be performing in that. And there it is. Point. Thank you. Let's continue on here. I'm hoping to get the women's contest and the men's contest. But get ready, it should be fun if we end up covering the hot dog eating contest. Let's continue on here. Lovely weather out here today. Summer-like. Very summer-like day here, July 1st. I always seem to add something new. Awesome. Oh, wow, there you go. Wow. Neil, that's awesome. Thank you so much for the information. They should strawberry, but it's very complicated to get where I'm gonna live stream the hot dog eating contest, if I'm able to. It's never 100% sure. So stay tuned. But we will definitely be in Coney for fireworks on 4th of July. It's always nice to keep the live streams fresh. We're right across the river from Hoboken, New Jersey. Really nice up here today. Really nice. Great view of Fireboat 343 coming into view off in the distance. Keep hitting that thumbs up. Let's get to 215 likes. That'll be a beautiful thing. Yes, indeed, Strawberry. It's all good, Starkey. You could always watch on replay because that's what replay is for. But we're gonna have fireworks on Tuesday. So let's see here. Yes, we can. Here, let me get a little bit further down, and I could show you Waters Soul, the big head, in just north of Jersey City, New Jersey, in Newport, New Jersey. I've heard very few people call it Newport. Most people I hear who live around there call it Jersey City. But there it is. Okay, it's coming into view here. So let's get along the water here. And let me show you Waters Soul. As we look across the Hudson River towards the great state of New Jersey, this July 1st, 2023 at 2:31 in the afternoon. Look across using the super zoom. There it is, people. Come on, phone. Oh, my phone doesn't want to zoom in. There it goes. Waters Soul, ladies and gentlemen. Waters Soul. Right there, up behind the boat. That's awesome, RoboJax. I'm happy I'm able to provide some good breakfast viewing coverage. But emerging from behind the boat, there it is. Waters Soul. It's a big giant head that's going, shh. Listen to the water. Waters Soul, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do another live stream over in Jersey City and get an up close and personal look of Waters Soul in the coming weeks. So stay tuned. There's a few things I want to show you guys out in Jersey City and Hoboken. So We gotta get out there, people. We gotta get out there. But there it is, everyone. Waters Soul. Right across the way over there in Newport, New Jersey. Newport, New Jersey. Let's continue on north here along West Street. Good to see you, Paulette. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a blessed one yourself. Thank you so much for tuning on in.
No.
Fireboat 343 off in the distance. As we continue to still drift north along the west side of Manhattan, here along West Street. You know what, Shivalon, to be honest, the area around the Prudential Center is not, personally, not very exciting to live stream. And also, Newark is legit like a bit sketchy, especially around Prudential Center. So while I would love to live stream around Prudential Center and show you the neighborhood, there's nothing as of late that would necessitate me to take a train ride out there. So stay tuned, you never know. But you know, I don't walk neighborhoods for the sake of simply walking them. There's usually a little bit more to our little adventures than just a simple walk. There's a piece of art, some kind of, you know, park, sculpture, something, you know, music, always something to kind of guide us along our journey each day. So I don't necessarily walk for the sake of walking places. Need a little bit more of a motivation to do something. Yeah, Strawberry. Yeah, no, Newark is not exactly the best place to wander around in. yes, no, Neil. Around Prudential Center, it's like super sketchy. It's like super sketchy around there, so. You'll see me do Brownsville, Brooklyn, and East New York before I do Newark, to be honest. But there has to be something more than just simply walking a neighborhood. So there has to be something going on, something to see, something to experience. So that means that, you know, I'm never going to say that we're not going to do that. But yeah, it needs to be something a little bit more to what we do. As we continue north along Hudson River Park here, west side of Manhattan. Approaching Gansevoort streets. So Ian, the air is actually a lot better than expected, but it's still a little bit, it's thick. So it's definitely a little, you know, something added to the air, but nothing, you can't really smell the smoke. It's definitely there, but you can't smell it today. It's not that hazy. I mean, this is kind of normal haze. Do I consider Doyer Street safe to visit in the day? Are you talking about Doyer Street in Chinatown? The Blood Angle? It's one of the safest places in the city. That's Chinatown. That's a safe time anywhere. Exactly, April. Passing the Jane Hotel, which is behind the trees off in that direction over there. Jane Hotel used to be a hospital, and that is where all the survivors of the Titanic were brought. Right over there, to that building, right up there. That's where all the surviving people from the Titanic, the people who came off the Carpathia, that's where they were sent when they arrived here in New York. Yeah, the Numwal Tea Parlor. One of the best places to grab a bite. Yeah, Jane Hotel, right over there. Looks like we got a little bit of construction happening here. Really? Chain hotels owned by the same guy who owns the Chelsea Hotel? Didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Had no idea. All right. April, you gotta go there. It's a wonderful spot. All right, so it looks like the bike pathway narrows just a little bit. Yes, indeed, strawberry fields. Across the streets, we have the Whitney Museum of Contemporary Art. So we are officially now approaching Gansevoort Street. We had good time up to Gansevoort Street, just over an hour here from St. Paul's Chapel today. Making good time. Yeah, April. Well, you know, it's more for people to live there now, so. Chelsea Hotel is more like a residential building now, and you're going there because, you know, it's the address, it's the history, it's the architecture. So that's why you're doing that. That's why you're spending that kind of crazy money. Straight ahead, we could see the edge. Number 30 Hudson Yards. On this YouTube channel, we like to call that building the Duck, because does it kind of look like a duck? You know what? The Whitney is a pretty good museum, but you got to go there when they have an exhibit you want to see. A lot of the permanent collection at the Whitney is rather dull. I'm going to be very honest with you. There's a couple of good pieces, but the majority of permanent pieces at the Whitney are kind of boring. But every now and then, especially during the Whitney Biennial, they have like amazing stuff on display. Yes, it does. Yeah. Yes, it does, Ramona. The Standard Hotel is right over there. That's the Standard Hotel. And we are approaching Little Island, NYC, Pier 54. And of course, Pier 54 is where the Carpathia landed. It's nice when people intentionally try to ride a bike right into you. You don't know. What you guys don't see is me using my hands to communicate to people. Saeed, good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, they built the Standard, I believe, in 2005. Right around the time the High Line opened. The first section of High Line opened up in 2009. So around I want to say 2005, 2006, the Standard opened up. All right. We have this large metal arch right here. And this tells us where Pier 54 originally stood. This is a landmarked structure here, but it has etched into the steel. You can just barely make out. It says Cunard Lines. But this is where the Titanic was supposed to land. Instead, the Carpathia came here with all the Titanic survivors. And if I go right over here and kind of break the rules, I'll show you this signage here. Awesome, April. Have a great afternoon. So here's a little illustration of the Titanic right here. And then right next to it here is the Carpathia, who brought all the survivors from the Titanic. And then at this same pier, the Lusitania left on its cruise or journey to Europe Just one problem. It got torpedoed by a German U-boat. And this tragedy kind of brings the United States into World War I. But there is the RMS Lusitania right there. All left from here where these pilings are, Pier 54 today. This is Little Island Park. A wonderful little park. Thanks to Barry Diller for sponsoring this amazing structure. White Star Lines building still downtown along the Canyon of Heroes in Lower Manhattan. That is still downtown. I could already tell by just getting close to the little island, the signal gets all wacky. No, we're not going to Little Island today. The signal's never good in Little Island. And plus, I'd rather go up to the top of Pier 54. It's a much nicer view and way less people. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Nibble. Yes, indeed. That was a fun little walk. Good to see you, Lake Nona Sports. Good to see you. Little Island, NYC is a public park. Pier 57 across the way over there. That's the largest rooftop park in New York City. Also, City Wineries there, and Market 57, which is a really cool eatery, kind of like a smaller version of Chelsea Market in Pier 57. Oh, do we really have a line to get in there? Do we really have a freaking line to get in there? I guess we're gonna skip the Nintendo exhibit, everybody, because there is a line around the corner. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. Usually these pop-ups don't have, you know, a lot of press behind them. So in most cases, people don't even know about them. Clearly this pop-up got some attention. Yeah, tell them Nintendo's my last name, yeah. I'll show you the outside of it. I wanted to show you guys this, but I don't feel like waiting around in a line. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, the word definitely got out about this pop-up. Let's see. Wow. Wow, it's around the corner. So the Nintendo pop-up is right down there, and there's a long line of people wanting to go into the Nintendo pop-up. So we are going to skip that because I don't feel like getting a suntan while waiting online. I'm sorry about that, guys. I really wanted to show you the Nintendo pop-up, but it is too hot to be waiting outside for that long. Oh man, well that's good. Let's do a elevator. Nah, I'm not gonna tell people I'm live streaming. Usually when you tell people you're live streaming, I don't want to do it. So. Bob goes the weasel. Come on. Come on. Good to see you there. Walks in the camera. And triangular shape. Welcome. Hop goes the weasel. Uh-oh. Yeah, we need a elevator. Need the elevator, damn it. Boca Raton, Florida. 50 States of Vodka. Good to see you. formerly from Jersey City. Good to see you there, 50 States of Vodka. I like that username, it's funny. I like original sounding usernames. All right, it's time, people, it's time. Going up to the Highline Park, up to the dreams of our dreams. High above the city, 14th Street, Highline Park. Stand clear to close the door, Pier. Stand clear to close the door. Here it comes, people. The Highline Park, featuring 3 bored people sitting down on a bench. Oh, I feel like I'm in a different, as people run to the elevator. They want to see the experience I just experienced. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Manhattan Island is just 11.5 miles from north to south and 2.5 miles wide at its widest point. And this is Manhattan Island's widest point, 14th Street, the longest crosstown street in the entire borough of Manhattan. Look at that beautiful grid there, the 1811 grid. John Randall Jr. laid out the gridiron of Manhattan Island back in 1811, 1812. And there it is in all of its glory. Can you feel it? It's 14th Street. They've heard about the elevator, yes indeed. They've heard about my elevator. I need, I yelled so much, I need something to drink. I'll let you guys just stare at 14th Street here for a second while I get a drink here. This looks like a movie, right? I agree. Photos from around New York. Thanks for reminding me. I gotta pay my rent. I gotta pay my rent in the Coney Island. Anyway, thanks for reminding me, photos. I gotta pay rent today. Welcome to the West Side Improvement, built in 1932. This separates the freight rail lines from the street.
Just a weird part.
And as predicted, it's a crowded day here on the Highline Park. Pete Udolph, the lead landscape architect of the Highline Park, would be proud. Yeah, I should have paid it last night. I should have paid my rent last night, so I don't got to think about it. I'll do that on my way. Once I end the live stream, I'll pay my rent. As we pass underneath what used to be the largest National Biscuit Company factory on the East Coast, we now know that company today as Nabisco. But right here in 1912, this is where the Oreo cookie is invented. I'm glad you feel so relaxed there, Intuitive Diane. You're more than welcome. All the little, let's see, is Coney Shack still here? I think Coney Shack's here. Coney Shack is this amazing food spot. I highly recommend it if you ever see it. Good to see you, Ken. Welcome. Norm in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Welcome on into the show. Walking north along the Highline Park now. So obviously the Highline Park, as you see, it's not very wide. Only about 16, 18 feet wide at any given moment. That's why no bicycles are allowed up here. A lot of people out today. Absolutely CMV. Yes, indeed. Jazz Lady, it's pretty nice, but like on a day like today, it's a little bit warm up here. You know, fun fact about the Highline Park, it does, the structure itself retains heat. So on really hot summer days, it gets really hot up here. So, great view of the duck from here. As we come out over to this little kind of seating amphitheater kind of area here that's over 10th Avenue. As we slowly make our way around. Trying not to have an audience with us. That's the hard part today, trying to keep the audience away. Ooh, can I go down this way? Let's go down these steps right here. While we may not have Nintendo, let's see something else that's kind of Japanese from a Japanese artist. Let's see the Japanese artist Kasama's art installation, which is right over here on 19th Street. These little temporary steps here are so sketchy. But it's part of the allure and charm of the Highline Park. Ah, awesome, Norm. Yes, I do, all the time. Whenever I start talking about history and stuff, people listen in and they want to like stay behind my back. So kind of funny. Or even worse, they'll stay in front of me, knowing that they're on camera. But Norman Ross, good to see you. Welcome on into the show. It also doesn't help that I talk like this, you know, it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. So, Ibrahim Merhaba. All right, let's head on up to 19 here. See some art from Kasama. Streets. Gotta hang the left on 19 here. Let's go see some cool art. Good to see you there, Norman Ross. Welcome on into the show. And we get to 300 likes, that'll be fantastic. If we could get to 300 likes, I'll be forever grateful. Passing Lantern House here. Thomas Heatherwick's apartment building. Oh no, Kasama is closed. Okay, I should have checked the website. The gallery that Kasama is at is closed. I should have known better. All the roll gates were down. Oh well. Hopefully we'll catch Kasama one more time before her art piece closes up. But we still have more cool stuff to see. I guess we'll just stay here. Let's stay here on 10th Avenue here. Let's just stay here on 10th and take this all the way up. And then we'll go up on the spur and we'll get another elevator ride in. All right, what do you guys think? Or maybe, oh no, elevator at 23rd. I'll take the elevator at 23rd Streets. And head back up to the High Line. I already ate. Was that the big mushrooms? Yes, indeed. They're like flowers. They kind of look like mushrooms, Marina. Yeah, that was like the art from Kasama. We've seen that like 3 times already, so. We've seen it already on the stream, so you can just check out previous live streams and you can catch it. This is the Washburn 177. These are galleries. It's got a lot of galleries in this neighborhood here. And this building here, I always forget what this is. This is one of those classic Chelsea buildings here. I always forget the name of this one here. But it's historic, it's old. But I unfortunately do not know the name of it. There's a really cool bar or like kind of restaurant over there with a double-decker bus. A double-decker bus right over there. You can see that right over there. But I don't know the name of this building, unfortunately, Robojacks. And Neville 6000 with a $10 Canadian super chat. Neville, thank you so much for the very generous $10 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $10 Canadian club. Thanks for joining today's $5 Canadian club 2 times. Much, much, much appreciated there, Neville. Much, 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 much appreciated. Thank you so much, Neville, for sponsoring today's live stream. M. Zambrano, happy 4th of July indeed. And what is that? Is this the Highline Hotel? There you go. The Highline Hotel. I think this is the Highline Hotel, yeah. Highline Hotel. This is like a historic building, though. And then the church. Church of the Seminary. Yeah, a double-decker bus over there. It's a double-decker bus. I should know these buildings better. I should know these buildings a lot better, but I don't. I may be a tour guide, but I don't know everything. I definitely cannot retain everything in digital still store all the time. Digital still store, also known as my brain. Awesome mural above the Empire Diner.
I was thinking, what?
This area has some amazing art and art galleries around here. Okay, we got another elevator ride coming up. Make our way back onto the High Line. Oh, 23rd Street's out of service. Gansevoort, 23rd Street and 30th Street elevators are out of service, so I gotta hike it up the stairs. I can't go screaming in an elevator again. One elevator ride was hence too much to handle. So thus we have to go up, schlep it up like rats. We used to come into the city like kings, now we scurry in like rats. As we make our way up here. As we make our way once again north along the High Line. Weird art, as it always is. Yeah, it's packed up here today. Weird art, gotta like it. Because that's how we do it here on the High Line. The wind blows where it wishes. Yes, indeed. This is a tour group, I say. I have to say. Wow. High Line, man. Whole conga line of people. It's art, people, that's right. It's like a cup with a dino tail, right? It looks like a pigeon. Is it a pigeon? It's kind of like a pigeon, maybe. Who knows? Ah, this is a big group here. It's a big group. Let's take a gander down this street here and let the crowd pass. It is Saturday. That is true. It is a Saturday. Pretty crowded here at the moment, I have to say. I should have took the streets. Wow. I haven't seen it this packed on the High Line since before the pandemic. It's crazy. It's crazy, people. It's crazy. Wow, this conga line's still going. This conga line is still going. This is like a whole conga line of humans here. Pete Rudolph would be proud. This is the end of the conga line? I think this is the end of the conga line. All right, we're gonna hang out here at the end of the conga line. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the West Side Improvement. The West Side Improvement was originally built in 1932 to separate the freight rail tracks from the streets. So before that, you had freight rail lines going along 10th and 11th Avenue. Some of those trains could be up to 2.5 miles long. When people tried to cross the streets, they will be killed and maimed by those trains in the process. So thus, 10th and 11th Avenues were called Death Avenue. There was even a cow tunnel along 10th Avenue, so that cows could go to the some 220 slaughterhouses that were here on the west side of Manhattan. We're now crossing over, about to walk along the only structure built on the original High Line structure. This is called the 26th Street Flyover. The 26th Street Flyover kind of houses a whole bunch of trees here. We have a whole canopy of trees here in this area of the High Line. A whole bunch of trees grew wild. In the 30 years, the structure was empty. So what landscape architect Pete Udolph does is he kind of rearranges those trees, adds some more trees to create an amazing canopy of shade as we go along 23rd Street. Did you miss the extension, M. Zambrano? No. We're making our way to the new extension right now. George Rucker, good to see you. Welcome. I'm surprised the signal's holding out pretty good right here. As we walk along the 26th Street Flyover. And we are going to go along the extension today, taking us all the way up to the Moynihan Transit Hall. Once we clear the scaffolding here, we're going to get a great view of the Duck, also known as 30 Hudson Yards. CB Earth Day caught that. What's my favorite part about the High Line Park? It's a relatively new park, pretty dynamic structure. So a lot goes into this whole cacophony of landscape architecture here. So it's pretty cool, and you see a great variety of architecture as you walk along the structure. Some of the world's greatest starchitects all have buildings along the High Line Park, like Norman Foster and Zaha Hadid, Jean Nouvel, what's his name? Frank Gehry, all along this corridor here. So, and it's pretty amazing, you know, as a child of the 90s, to see this place come along from what I remember it in the 90s to what it is today, which is the Art Gallery District.
You know how much money they spend?
And no public money goes into the funding of the High Line Park. Now we're coming off the 26th Street Flyover, and we're going to get a great view of one of the buildings, one of the last buildings that architect Zaha Hadid designs. It's going to be just off here to our left-hand side. Andreas, good to see you. Nice. Oh, we have a line here. Okay, have a little bit of a... But up to our left-hand side, that futuristic building designed by Zaha Hadid. She designs that building around 2-3 years before her death. Very untimely death. Lovely luxury, ultra luxury residential building with apartments starting out at the bargain basement price of $17 million, I believe. Please correct me if you know better, chat. As we now truly saunter up the High Line here in the conga line of humanity. In this section of the High Line Park here is only about 8 feet wide here. So pretty narrow. The landlord of the High Line Park, CSX, it's a freight rail company here in the United States. And part of the agreement is that they will keep some of the rail infrastructure on the structure. So that if they wanted to turn this back into a freight rail line, which will most likely never happen, they could easily do that. Embedded within all these plants here, you might be able to see some of the rails. I love this. So futuristic. It's like something out of Star Trek. I'll take an apartment on the 8th floor, please.
That's the only thing.
Slowly but surely making our way through Chelsea. This is where it gets really narrow because they're redoing the stairway right here.
Every day since we got here.
But we're almost to the Spur, the final section of the High Line Park. And then we have a new add-on section which was just built a couple of years ago, opened up a few days ago. Any conventions to go inside those apartments? I don't know, M. Zambrano. Oh, really? Photos? I didn't know that. Got a cool mural coming up in a bit here. I see you from George, from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Welcome on into the show. This is definitely a conga line of humanity here. Love this mural off to our right hand side. If you stand in the right spot, you can take a picture and it appears that all these hearts are coming out of your hand, like you're blowing hearts out of your hand. That's if you know where the sweet spot is to take the picture.
Hey, slow down, you guys. No, it's all right. I'm from Boston, so sometimes I probably can't hear what I'm saying. Okay, so where are you from?
It's kind of funny seeing people try to rush forward here. There's really not a lot of leeway you could make it if you rush forward. But they got to get somewhere, right? Did passenger trains ever run along the High Line? No, passenger trains never ran along the High Line. It was always for freight. So only freight trains have ever went along the High, what's today the High Line Park. The structure was a lot longer than it is today. Originally, the structure used to go as far south as Canal Street and as far north. So now we're approaching 31st Street, and in front of us the multicultural performance venue called The Shed. Am I near the pink tree? We're about to see that right now. We're gonna make our way out onto the Spur, and that's where the pink tree is. It's called the Old Tree. But here is The Shed. And then peeking out behind is the vessel. And whoever their tour guide is not doing a good job maintaining their group here. They're kind of blocking a little bit of an access way here. Wow, it's pretty crowded up here today, though. Always a nice little breeze through this corridor right here. Always a nice little breeze here. Feels very refreshing after walking through that conga line of humanity on the Highline Park. That was like one group of like 40 people. Tour guide definitely not doing a good job maintaining his group. Really, Andreas? That's good to know. Did not know that. Here's the old tree, ladies and gentlemen. The art here at the Spur. Kind of meant to represent the nervous system of the human body. And we're about to walk the new section right now. We're about to walk the new section right now. So let's do it. The newest, most likely final section of the High Line is right here. This will take us to the Moynihan Transit Hall. And it looks like going by all the wear and tear on the floor beams here. Looks like it's a pretty popular place already. But I'm excited to go over the wooden trestle bridge, which is just ahead of us. Really cool architecture here. This is it. My first time walking this section of the High Line with all of you beautiful people. Very exciting seeing a new bit of pedestrian infrastructure here in Midtown.
Guck mal, der pinke Baum da ist cool. You wanna see some art?
The new section is pretty neat. This is what I'm excited about. Look at this incredible wooden truss bridge. Sampa, good to see you. Oh, really? It's going to be another extension that connects to Hudson River Park. That'll be pretty cool. Look at this amazing structure right here. More than welcome, Norman Ross. Absolutely amazing, amazing structure here. The High Line Moynihan Train Hall Connector. Wow. Wow, this is very impressive. This is very impressive. Does it feel like wood, or it's like it's all smoothed out? Yeah, it's all smoothed out. That's really neat. That is really cool. Wow. This is something really, really special here. As we go over this very wide street here. This is 31st Street right here. And this takes us over to Manhattan West. Me too, CB Earthy, me too. Yeah, well, it's connected there right now, CMB. This whole pedestrian area ends at Moynihan Transit Hall. Morning, welcome, Chris MG. Does kind of feel like home. So here it is. Here's Manhattan West. Just a few years ago, there was literally nothing here. And now we have this incredible structure here. Like an old train trestle, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty neat. And you can see how, because, you know, this area was for a very long time, it's brand new, but this area was always kind of like quiet and dead. Now that the High Line directly connects to this, I could tell with my first observation of this, that this whole area seems a lot more activated now. There's a lot more going on, a lot more people here. Definitely a lot more alive now than what it was in the past. We turn the corner right here, great view of Empire State Building and the Moynihan Transit Hall just beyond, just in the foreground there, just beyond those trees. Pretty incredible here. This is really nice. So like in theory, you could take the Amtrak, and then when you come back, if you live near the High Line, you could walk all the way back to your house. It's pretty nice.
I'll just act casual.
That breeze certainly feels nice on this very warm day. I think we'll take 33 all the way across now. Nice seating. Lots of good coffee places around here. No, they do not, Vile Hoggers. These tables and chairs usually go in around 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. But this is a privately owned public space, so I don't think they could close this. But I believe they do kind of chain up and put away the chairs and the tables for the night. Moynihan Transit Hall right here. Good to see you, JR. And right across the street, where does a lot of Dutch Maz's disposable income go? It goes to that building right over there. That's B&H, where I bought the current gimbal I'm using. Actually, all the gimbals I've used, I've technically bought at B&H, but the first gimbal I ever bought, I bought at the B&H Express store, which was inside of Macy's Herald Square. And I bought it there just so I could say I bought a gimbal at Macy's. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. Or waka, waka, waka. So Penn Station, I mean, it's planned to go under a bit of a refurbishment. They want to completely reimagine Penn Station and make it into a completely different and new structure. It's exciting what they want to do, but it's really up in the air what's going to happen with it, because that would require Madison Square Garden to move a couple of blocks over to the west, which I think it should happen. So let's take a walk down 33 here. And this area is not overrun with people yet, because this is the back end of the station here. But here's B&H, where I spend a lot of my money. They're open. I would gotta get a pair of headphones. I need exactly photos. Yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to make Penn Station into what it was like before Madison Square Garden. We used to come in like rats, and we shuffle in now like vermin, like rats. Flavios, the Flatiron building was recently remodeled to be a residential building, so they have already done that, but they're not reimagining it in a sense of like changing the overall look of it. The exterior of the Flatiron building is a landmarked structure. I'll see you later, Nibble. Have a great evening. Yeah, we'll see, Sample. We'll see. I saw some of the new renderings for the new Penn Station. It's exciting. I really hope they go along with it and hope they do it. But it all it depends on what MSG wants to do, and it depends on primary sources of income. Where is this money going to come from to remodel and reimagine all this stuff? It's a pretty big station. Penn Station's a pretty big one. Yep, used to be a post office. Correct. The structure used to be a post office. Good to see you, Julie Ross. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, Julie. Yeah, no, it would be a miracle, Sample. You know, to be honest, MSG really doesn't belong where it is. It should have never been built there, but they were going with a new concept that was going on back in the 60s where you combined your, you know, large sports venues with transit, and it kind of did and didn't work. But Land Rover with a 10-pound super chat. Land Rover 1965, thank you so much with the very generous 10-pound super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's 5-pounder club. 2 times. Get a pint. I will definitely get a pint with that Land Rover. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for the big 10-pound super chat. 10-pound fish, baby. 2 times, baby. 2 times. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. 5-pound fish. Let's continue on. Let's continue on. Let's continue on down 33rd here. Mike the Highest, welcome. I like taking 33rd here. A lot less humans here on 33. This works out pretty good. Here's MSG right here. I don't know why people don't want MSG in their Chinese food, though. I've never personally seen any MSG in my Chinese food because it's a gigantic stadium. I don't know how you fit a gigantic stadium inside of a plate of Chinese food. Good. That is good. But now something very sad is straight ahead, and that is the final floors of the Pennsylvania Hotel. Your stadium is in General Tso's. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, Sampa. The redevelopment and reorientation of the transit station is pretty amazing. The improved ceiling heights and lighting, very much a welcome addition to Penn Station. Penn Station always kind of dank and dreary. And then you have the new facade on 1 Penn. And the new facade on, FOR Penn Station. The new facade on number 4 Penn Station is like all glass now. It's like putting a silk hat on a pig. No disrespect, but you know, it's like putting a silk hat on a pig. And William Droneberger with a $3 super chat. William, thank you so much for the very generous $3 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $3 club. Much appreciated, William. Much appreciated with the big $3 super chat. Thank you so much, William. Much appreciated. Thanks for sponsoring today's live stream. You guys are being awfully nice with the super chats, so thank you. To everyone who has super chatted, smashed that thumbs up. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. As we walk through this crazy construction site here. Oh yeah, okay, that's good to know, photos. That's good to know. It is a pretty beautiful day indeed. Wow, a lot of construction going on here. But here it is, everybody. The remains of a building that once set the standard for hotels here in Manhattan and New York City and the world. Wow, this is kind of sad. The last little bit of remnants of the Pennsylvania Hotel is right here. Pennsylvania Hotel even had a song written about it. Pennsylvania 46, was Pennsylvania 4600 or 7600? I always forget. But the Pennsylvania Hotel had a very famous ballroom that in the end got turned into a television studio. Probably the most popular show to ever film in the old hotel ballroom was the Maury Povich show, filmed in there. How many people were found not to be the father in that building? I wonder. You're gonna be here in 4 weeks. Awesome. Another landmark gone. Indeed, it is kind of sad. Another landmark all gone. But right there, the last remnants of the Pennsylvania Hotel. I am the father. No, I'm not, Mike. My girls wear IUDs because they're cool. My girls wear IUDs, so I am not the father. I am not the father. All right, let's get down one more block here. Let's get down one more block here and bring this live stream in for a landing. But I went to many a taping, by the way, there. I went to many tapings of the Maury Povich show. And what else did they film in it? They filmed the USA Live TV show when people sat in a cafe and watched old episodes of People's Court and Love Connection and stuff like that. Is that the Sbarro from The Office? It could be, I don't know. I'm not too well versed in my Sbarro franchises. 7th Avenue. Let's take a walk right down 7th Avenue here since nobody's coming down. You don't get to do this very often. Ooh, it's a Tripper bus. Is that Jack Tripper's bus? Hey, look, it's Jack Tripper's bus there. The Tripper bus. Colbert Show is filmed in the old Ed Sullivan Theater over 53rd Street and Broadway. You passed by it and showed it many times. 34th Street, everybody. Got 10 seconds on the clock. Here's 34th Street. This is where we have our Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Is right here. This is where all the performances happen for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. This stretch of 34th Street right here. Here's good old Macy's. Was there a driver in that Rebel? I think there was. Hey, all right, let's shop around, right? Yeah, go shop around. My mama told me you better shop around. By the way, this whole section, all these stores right here are part of the redevelopment for the new Penn station. So this whole thing will become a train station. Saturday Night Live has been filmed at 30 Rockefeller Center ever since its inception in 1975. Not a fan of the Crocs. I've seen the movie Idiocracy too many times. Not a fan of the Crocs. You'll never see Dutch Miles wear Crocs. The official sneaker, or shoe, the official shoe brand types for the Dutch Miles live stream are Nikes and Timberland. I don't wear Jordans. I wear Nike Air Pegasus. Rockefeller Center, that's 30 Rockefeller Plaza. That's where the NBC Comcast building is. 30 Rockefeller Center. Or 30 Rockefeller Plaza. Same thing. That's all Rockefeller Center. Last time I checked, I'm probably wrong about that. The Empire State Building, right there as we look down 34th Street. And here is Herald Square. Wasn't this fun? I hope we had some fun, guys. We made it in front of Macy's, and this is where I'm gonna use the bathroom. Oh, where'd it go? Went right there. Yay. The questions are getting too random, so we're gonna end the live stream. I want to thank everyone who has tuned on in. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the Dutch Miles Family Networks here on YouTube and on Instagram, all same name, @DutchMiles, and make sure you hit the notification bell because I never know when I'm going to go live next. But from Macy's, the flagship store here at Herald Square, this is Dutch Miles signing off. Have a fantastic New York day, whether you live here or not. I want you to hug your loved ones, cherish those moments. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I'll see you guys later, folks. Take care, guys. Ta-ta, guys. Ta-ta, guys. Ta-ta to y'all. I'll see you guys later, folks. Bye-bye.